How's it going, everyone? And I want to talk about something today that helps me get through or stay on the path, I should say. What do I mean by that? Well, we all have our moments, right? We all have our bad days, we all have our good days, and we all have moments where we kind of feel like in a funk or we don't know what we're doing. So I have kind of some self-talks that I use to keep me from going into a funk so that I'll stay on the path. Some of these I do daily. I'll explain them as I go, actually. Let me just put it that way. So, the first one is called I am enough. This is something that I write every day at the bottom of my agenda. This is something I write every week on my weekly planner. I don't know if it's in this shot, but it's over there somewhere. This is something that when I look in the mirror, not like checking myself out, I just look in the mirror, wash my hands in the washroom or something, and I just say it in my head, I am enough. What does that mean? This is the easiest way to describe abundance. I am enough. That means I am enough. That's how everyone should feel about themselves. You don't need to be any better or any different or anything for anyone else. If you want to improve, you need to feel like you are enough. You're good enough already in order to improve. So, it sounds weird because it's like countering the whole idea of I want to grow and all that. You need to know that you are enough already before you are able to grow. That means you are adequate. You are validating yourself. You don't need external validation. I am enough. Okay? This is especially helpful for people that compare themselves to other people. For people that may not be at the same level as the people that are close to them yet. Things like of that nature. I am enough means just because you don't have what other people have doesn't mean you're not good enough. Okay? Maybe I'm not going to compare it to other people. Just, you don't need external validation, and you don't need to prove anything to anyone else, and you don't need anything to make people like you more. In fact, if you do need material items to make people like you more, then you are not enough. So, I am enough is very important. The next one that I write on my agenda every day, this one's from Les Brown. It's not over until I win. I think he goes into that by saying, no matter how bad or how hard it gets, or anyway, it's not over until I win. I write that on my agenda every day. I write that on my weekly planner every week. That one is about my persistence in how I'm not going to stop until I win, until I get what I want, until I get my goal. Okay? Those are two that help to keep you from even declining. Those are two that like you're constantly reminding yourself, I am enough and it's not over until I win. You're constantly reminding yourself. Then, here's another one. It can go in many ways. Another Les Brown. It's possible. That's all. It's possible. When you start something, when you have an idea, when you're feeling down on yourself, when you feel like you're in over your head, when you feel like giving up, ask yourself if what you desire, if it's just if it's possible. That just ask, well, tell yourself, but know that it's possible. Does that mean it kind of alleviates pressure on yourself, because it's mandatory. It has to happen. It has to. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to change. It's possible. You have a goal and you just know that it's possible. Because if it's possible, that doesn't mean it may happen tomorrow. It may not happen in 10 years. It may happen eventually, but it is possible. It may happen. It will. It could happen. It's a cool little mind thing. Not really a trick, because theoretically anything is possible. So, it's possible. Okay? The next one is, I forget the guy's name, but he has there's a lot of videos. How bad, I ask myself this, but how bad do you want it? Those are for the moments where you feel like giving up. Those are for the moments, even more specifically, where you're getting lazy, where you're making excuses. How bad do you want it? in the video that I watched, it's a popular motivation speech. He tells a story. I'm not going to get the whole story, but basically the gist of the story is, if you want to be successful, you need to want it as bad as you want to breathe. What does that mean? Quite literally, whether you want to or not, you have to breathe to be alive. And he uses I don't know, it's like anecdotal story, whatever, where a guy puts the guy underwater and the guy can't breathe, and then he let him up and go and gasping for air, and he was like, you see how bad you want it to breathe to stay alive? That's how bad you need to want to be successful. Okay? You need to want to be successful. You need to want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe. So whatever your goal of success is, you need to want that as bad as you want to breathe. So I ask myself, how bad do you want it? And then the last one is one that I kind of just mentioned in another video that I do for myself. I made this one up. When things get hard or challenging, I remind myself, oh, I just leveled up. That's why this is getting difficult. That's why more challenges are approaching, because I just leveled up. So now I have to get stronger. And that's it. Those are the 5 ways that I self-talk. Call them affirmations, call them self-talk, call them quotes, call them motivation, whatever you want to call them. Those are the 5 that I use personally, depending, some daily, some depending on the circumstances, but those are the top 5, my favorites that I use. 2, stay in the groove, stay on the quest, stay on the path, and not give up. The key is to not give up and not get lazy. So that's all I have to say. What are some of your self-talks or affirmations? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please like it. If you like all my content and you want to keep up with this quest, please subscribe and have a great day.